Welcome back to Motivation Inc., where we talk about money, medals, and medallions, specifically Australian numismatic coins, gold and silver precious metal collectibles, and Aussie medallions, anything featuring Aussie fauna, flora, or history, or iconic things. Now, in front of you are 4 medallions, part of the limited edition Aussie Icon Collector Medals, produced by Melbourne Coins Collectibles Company. There's 300 of each. They're silver-plated copper medallions, so they're not precious metals or anything like that. And the first one is Aussie Icon, the rotary clothesline, commonly known as the Hills Hoist. So the rotary clothesline was patented in 1895, but Lance Hill started a small business in 1945, making them from spare parts in his backyard. And eventually demand from his family and neighbours grew so much that he had to develop a small business out of it. And that's why we call them the Hills Hoist. That's their common default. And some of the wording on the card here. Don't hang on the clothesline. How many times do I have to tell you? We've all had our mothers yell out to us as we swung around the clothesline with our siblings, all strategically counterbalanced on one of the 4 major arms of the rotary clothesline, of our Hills Hoist. And of course the image, yes, if you had a dog, sometimes they would jump up and steal the clothes off the clothesline as well, because it was all the movement and the wind of the clothes blowing in the wind. Too much temptation for a little puppy dog. Anyway, that's a great image of the Hills Hoist. I love it. The next one, backyard cricket. Now, backyard cricket is a cherished pastime in Australia for decades, but the origins aren't attributed to a specific date. It probably became popular in the mid-20th century as suburban houses with spacious backyards became more common. And of course, we all remember playing backyard cricket. There's the ball, wickets painted on the wheelie bin. A little bit of information on the back from these guys. Some rules: 1 hand, 1 bounce. You're out over the fence on the full. You're out. Stick behind the stumps. The automatic wicket keeper says you're out. Beloved by Australian families. Each family had its own set of rules, or each neighbourhood. I remember if you hit the fence on a bounce, 4. If you hit the fence on a full, 6. If it bounced on the roof and you caught it on the full, that was out. But if it bounced and you caught it, then that's nothing. That's just fielding in general. So yeah, fun. I do remember dads putting their terry-tailing hats on and the dogs being let loose, chasing the balls as we hit them, as you're also trying to chase the ball and beat the dog. Such fun. Great stuff. Do you remember any of your backyard cricket rules? If so, chuck them in the comments. The swooping magpie. Who doesn't remember swooping season in Australia? Now, the magpies are synonymous with spring in Australia because that's when they breed, and usually it's the male magpies who are fiercely protecting their nests from people who are in their territory, pedestrians or cyclists, as you can see here. Or heaven help, in the back of the image, you can see the postie trying to deliver as well, being swooped. Now, there are lots of sort of methods that people used to use, or still use, to deter the magpies. You can see here, someone's put cable ties through their bike helmet to act like little spires to scare the magpie away or stop them getting too close. Some people paint googly eyes on the back of their helmets or their hats. All sorts of things. And it's so bad over here for my American audience that even local councils go around putting up street signs to let people know that it's a magpie swooping area, and to either go another way, nature wins here, go another way, or just keep your eyes out and be prepared to be swooped. So, yeah. Incidentally though, if the magpie is one that's local to your area and you're local to the area, it may not swoop you because it might recognise you as a friend, not a foe. What else we got here? Last but not least, the famous Aussie sausage sizzle. This is pretty iconic. Every weekend, thousands of people visit their local hardware store, or we go to their local sports fields And what do we find? A sausage sizzle. Quintessentially Australian, and it's beloved across the great nation. Look, we use sausage sizzles at the hardware stores every weekend to raise funds for local charities or sports teams or schools. And of course, at every local, state and federal election, there's a sausage sizzle there to raise money for the school. Of course, at that time, we call it the democracy sausage. Well loved and a cherished part of Australian culture for sure. And look, personally, I try to get in at least one sausage sizzle a month because I just love them. And, I can justify having a sausage sizzle and a Coke because I'm supporting charity. Good stuff, eh? Well, they're the 4 medallions from Melbourne Coins and Collectibles Company. I like them. I really saw this and I just had to have them. I hope you enjoy going through them with me. If you did and you did enjoy this kind of content, remember to like, subscribe and comment. Tell me which was your favourite icon. The magpies, the cricket, the rotary clothesline or the sausage sizzle. Alright, thanks for watching and see you later.